There we go. On the web again. Just can't wait to get on the web again. Life I love is making music for my friends. And I can't wait to get on the web again. On the web again. Going places that I've never been. Seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the web again. On the web again. I'm a stream of data on that electric highway. Making lots of friends. Insisting that the world keep turning our way. And our way. On the web again. Just can't wait to get on the web again. The life I love is making music for my friends. And I can't wait to get on the web again. Now I can't wait to get on the web again. La da 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 da. And I put a note down that Brent and Jeannie talked Bud into attending today. The only reason I thought of that is I did a show in Detroit a few years ago, and there was a fella down in the audience, and his arms were crossed, and he was scowling. I'm doing comedy stuff, and this guy's, like that. And it was almost like I figured his family must have talked him into coming to the show, and he didn't really want to be there. And so it was funny. I was trying to get people to sing along, and I said, "Hey man, sing." And he said, "I paid $5 for this ticket. You sing." I thought, okay, I guess I've told that story before in some of the other stuff, but it just hit me like that. Luckily, I can't see you, Bud, so I can't tell whether you're with your arms crossed and scowling or whatever. Susan Curtis is here. You can put your last name on there, Susan. I don't think it hurts anything. All right, so glad you guys are here. Larry is there. Good. I'm watching for Mom to come on. We just visited a Estes Ledley funeral home to sort of say goodbye to the family of a fella that we both knew, Bob Westerfield. And Bob was such a great promoter of my shows. I did shows out at Independent Living in Grand Ledge, and he would always show up. And let me say it this way: he wasn't there when I first began playing out there, but it was like, and so I would have a pretty good audience. And then he started attending. I should say he moved out there, and then. Suddenly my audience has doubled, and I said, "What's going on?" They said, "Well, Bob is telling everybody to come to the show, and so it was pretty much he was responsible for some pretty darn good attendance. So I don't know, when I go back out there soon, I wonder whether, what the attendance is going to be like. But I see Stash is here, JJ is here. Howdy, JJ. So nice to see you again. Yeah. Hey, you know what, JJ? If you've got some new tunes up that you've put up on the internet, you ought to send me a link to those. I could post a link here. You could post it there too, even in the comments there. Especially if you have anything new out, because I've seen some of your other stuff. You have Bud's here, not Shoal, SCHO, not Shoal, Scowl, no Scowl. Okay, I know what you're talking about. What, do they let you be in control of the computer then, Bud? Is that how that's working out? Good. All right, let's see now. I want to do I think I did this a while back, but I just don't remember for sure. This is a I don't have. It's a Ray Charles song. At least that's where I heard it. I don't know if Ray wrote it or where it came from, but it's kind of of course it's sort of a blues-based thing, and this song is called "I Got News for You," and I've done it here once or twice. I think I only did it once here before, and I don't have to sing in that upper register. I can take it down. So. Okay, and I should explain a little bit about it. I think it's starting to come back. I might have, if I've done it for you guys too recently, well, just wait a minute and something else will happen. And this is a story, I guess you'll be able to pick it up. He's going out with this lady. I don't know if it's Ray or whoever the writer is, going out with a lady. And she tells him that, well, I've been kind of a homebody. And it turns out maybe she hasn't been. He's starting to put the pieces together. It goes like this. Well, baby, baby, baby. You said before we met that your life was awful tame. Well, I took you to the nightclub and the whole band knew your name. Yeah, I got news for you. Well, there's something about your story don't ring true. Whoa, I got news for you. Well, you called, said you'd be late, 'cause you took the wrong express. When you walked in, you were smiling, and your lipstick all a mess. Baby, 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 I got news for you. Something about your story don't ring true. Whoa, I got news for you. Well, you wore a diamond watch. You said it came from Uncle Joe. When I looked at the inscription, it said, "Love from Daddy-O." Baby, baby, I got news for you. Well, your story don't ring true to me. Whoa, I got news for you. Charles song, I got news for you. Oh, I wanted to say one other thing too, especially after I went up for that. Well, I saw a Netflix program the other day about the group Queen with Adam Lambert fronting them. And man, oh man, if you have the slightest liking of Queen or any of their music, that is really a very, very interesting video. And because so few people, Freddie Mercury's voice, I mean, like, forget it. And Adam Lambert, just, wow, he does a great job. And the cool thing for me, I'm saying, he goes right up through this kind of voice here, all the way way up there and right back down through all of those notes that I find so hard. There's a batch of about 4 or 5 of them there. And his voice just goes right there, and it's powerful. Plus, he is one heck of a performer. If anybody could substitute for Freddie Mercury, Adam Lambert is the guy. And I don't mean substitute. I mean, he's singing the songs. The people like the song. So it's Queen with Adam Lambert, and it's accepting the fact that Freddie Mercury's gone, and hey, the audiences, they still love the music, and the band wants to take the music out to them. Really good show. Let's see, not sculling, enjoying the music and stories. Okay, bud. And good, Jack and Barb got here, it looks like, and Kim says Adam is a genius. Man, I think so. I mean, wow. Just incredible. And it's cool also to hear him talk through some of the stuff in that video. He talks about a time when performing always gave him a lot of anxiety, and he gradually got over it. He continued to work on what he's doing until he built his confidence. And yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah, it says Brian May made the choice. Kim wrote in there that he made the choice to bring him in, but they were already getting pretty. They had worked with him a couple times. They'd use different people to front them under special occasions. They said, "Oh yeah, we'll reunite for this fundraiser and so on," and then they'd have different people perform. What was interesting, one of the things that Brian talked about was that not only the voice, but they said, Freddie Mercury played so many different characters in his show, and his voice did different things, did things like operatic style and pop and hard rock and all different these styles. And they said usually we would select one person to sing one or two songs that would fit the style that singer did. And then, but they said Adam could do it all. And that was pretty important. Plus, the other thing, you have to be able to get along with that person, with your team. You've got three people who work together, been working together for 30, 40 years. And you bring somebody else into that mix, and it doesn't always work out. Just because they can sing and do the show, you still got to go on the road with those people. If you don't like them, if it turns out they have obnoxious habits and stuff you can't live with, well. But anyway, I just want to say that about that. Just look up Queen plus Adam Lambert on Netflix, and you will find a pretty terrific show. When I just watch Adam perform a number of times, and you just go, why am I even doing this? I mean, he's just fantastic. Great. Okay, enough said. Let's move on to something else here. Oh, I want to do one here. Well, I got to talk about it. Let's just do this one first. How about I'm going to do a song by the group Chicago called Beginnings, and let's see if I can. I'm going to have to scroll the screen when I get down to it, so I'll have to stop for a moment. But here it is. It's called Beginnings, and when I'm with you, it doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. I'm here, that's all that matters. Time passes much too quickly when we're together laughing. I wish I could sing it to you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I wish I could sing it to you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mostly I'm silent. Try to think of right words to say. When I kiss you, I feel 1,000 different feelings, all colors of change, all over my body. I quickly try to put into words, to put into words, oh yeah, oh yeah. Whoa, 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 la da 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 da, mostly I'm silent, ooh, silent, la 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 da 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 da, silent. Only the beginning of what I wanna feel forever. Hey, la da 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 da. Hey, la da 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 da. Oh, only the beginning, only just a start. Hey, I gotta get you into my life, mama. I gotta get you next to me. Yeah, it's only the beginning, only just a start. Hey, only the beginning, only just a start. That's quite a trick trying to imitate all those instruments and the backing vocals. Yeah. How about, you know what? Let's do, because I'm going to have to switch over screens in order to do this other thing I want to do. Let me do another song for you first, but tell you a little bit about this one. The song is called Town Without Pity, and Gene Pitney did the Town Without Pity. And, thank you guys. All right. No, it says, I say the song has a fantastic pedigree. First of all, it was sung by Gene Pitney, who also had hits with The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, 24 Hours from Tulsa, I'm Gonna Be Strong, It Hurts to Be in Love, and Something's Got a Hold on My Heart. Many of his recordings were written by Burt Bacharach and Hal David, Burt Bacharach, who just passed away. And as a songwriter, Gene Pitney penned some early 1960s hits. He did a song called Rubber Ball, which was recorded by Bobby Vee, and Hello Mary Lou by Ricky Nelson, and then also He's a Rebel by the Crystals. And that is an impressive thing for a singer to have done at that time, because most of the time what happened back in the 50s and early 60s, you had a record company who told you the songs that you were going to sing. You could sort of choose, but they were pretty much decided what you were going to do. So your job was to be a singer and a performer, and theirs was to figure out what instrument should go with you, and so on and so forth. Well, anyway, he, of course, had a hit song with Only Love Can Break a Heart, which Bacharach and David wrote. But that song, what was most interesting, even though he had a hit with it, one of his own songs beat out the song that he was trying to get number one with. The Crystals went further up the chart than his own song did. His own song beat the one that he was singing. So pretty interesting stuff. That shut him out of the number one position. Well, this song, Town Without Pity, was written by Dmitri Tiomkin, Tiomkin, that's the right pronunciation, and Ned Washington. And the song was a Golden Globe Award. It got a Golden Globe Award and was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Song, but lost to Moon River. Moon River, wider than a mile. Oh, listen to it with reverb now. Listen, same song. Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. All right. So Dmitri Tiomkin received 22 Academy Award nominations and won 4 Oscars, 3 for Best Original Song for High Noon, 1 for The High and the Mighty, and The Old Man and the Sea, and won for the best original song for The Ballad of High Noon from the former film. And then his lyricist, Ned Washington, was nominated for 11 Academy Awards from 1940 to 1962. He won the Best Original Song award twice. These guys are top-notch writers, that's for sure. And this guy wrote the lyrics for When You Wish Upon a Star from Pinocchio. And I think Mark Wright will know a little bit about that. Mark, from our song Believe, we snatched just a little bit of that song out of there. And then also he was the writer for the lyrics for High Noon. Do not forsake me, oh my darling. Okay, so now let's do the song here. This is Town Without Pity. Here it is. When you're young and so in love as we, and bewildered by the world we see, how can people hurt us so? Only those in love would know what a town without pity can do. If we stop to gaze upon a star, talk about how bad we are. How can we keep love alive? How can anything survive when these little minds tear you in two? The young have problems, many problems, in need an understanding heart. Why don't they help us, try to help us, before this clay and granite planet falls apart? Take these eager lips and hold me fast. I'm afraid this kind of joy can't last. How can we keep love alive? How can anything survive when these little minds tear you in two? What a town without pity can do. Take these eager lips and hold me fast. I'm afraid this kind of joy can't last. How can we keep love alive? How can anything survive when these little minds tear you in two? What a town without pity can do. No, it isn't very pretty what a town without pity can do. Woo! That is a cool song, man. I mean, you can tell some professional people put that one together. That's fantastic. I love that song. Woo! I've only done it, I think I did it one time on this show. I've been doing this show for 3 years, every week. And there was one period when I did 30 shows in 30 shows in 30 days. That was a little challenge that we had. Well, let's see. I'm going to do a couple other things here before I bring out some video stuff. Thank you again, Kim Wright. And Kim and Mark's in the background, too, I'm sure. Let's see. So let's do this one. This was one that was suggested by Dan O'Malley about 6 months ago. And I said, let's do this. So I took it and found a way to put it in my key. This is called Don't Worry Baby by the Beach Boys. And the thing that surprised me the most about this song, now, Brian Wilson would come up with the music, and a lot of the songs, early songs in particular, were very simple in their chord progressions because that's what the music was of the time. And then he got more complicated as it went along. But listen to this. Listen to the number of people that participated in writing this song. Brian Wilson, Henry Medress, Medress, maybe, Jay Siegel, Mitchell Margot, Philip Margot, and Roger Christian. Had you heard of any of those other people at all? No. I hadn't heard of them. Anyway, so apparently they were songwriters, co-songwriters on this one. Brian had a number of songwriters on some of his other songs, especially the later ones. Some of the early ones were done by Mike Love. Now, I can say this on here. I think Mike Love is kind of smarmy. I don't like him very much. But, you know, he did work really hard to keep the band alive when Brian was having his problems. And I got to give him a lot of credit for that. The band is still going, still goes out and tours. And so, hey, Mike Love, congratulations on that. You're still smarmy, okay? I think, you know, when you get real popular, you know, and girls are throwing themselves at you and stuff, sometimes you kind of get this little attitude. And I think, you know, he kind of had a little attitude, which I don't care for. So, okay, too bad. Anyway, but I was surprised to see that his name was not on this song. So anyway, this is called Don't Worry, Baby. And here we go. Well, it's been building up inside of me for I don't know how long. I don't know why, but I keep thinking something's bound to go wrong. But she looks in my eyes and makes me realize when she says, don't worry, baby. Everything will turn out all right. Don't worry, baby. I guess I should have kept my mouth shut when I started to brag about my car. But I can't back down now because I pushed the other guys too far. She makes me come alive and makes me want to drive when she says, don't worry, baby, everything will turn out all right. Don't worry, baby. She told me, baby, when you race today, just take along my love with you. And if you knew how much I love you, baby, nothing can go wrong with you. Oh, what she does to me when she makes love to me and she says, don't worry, baby, everything will turn out all right. Don't worry, baby, everything will turn out all right. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. That is just such a, I really love those vocals, the background vocals. They stack up. Those guys they'd all get around one microphone and they would all sing at once and then they would do it again and they would stack up all these vocals that just so rich and delicious. I remember a lot of the guys in the band argued with each other, and there was one fella who, you know, came in to sing with them for a while, and they were just arguing and arguing, oh, you're this and that. And then the guy just said, hold it. You know, he said, wait a minute, you guys, the music was playing back, and he said, how can you not want to be a part of that? You guys just, you can imagine. So Mark E. Fresh is here. Hi, Mark. I think I did something that you would have liked earlier too. Maybe go back and catch the show afterwards. So let's see what else I was going to tell you about this. No, I can't think of. There was something else that came to me while I was singing it. Whatever. Okay. So let's see. I think I'm going to split the show in half here, and I got to show you some of this other stuff that I did some years ago, and most of it I'm going to be playing things for you from video here. Let's see. I have to switch the screen completely to make this thing work. That's okay. We'll do. Just give me a moment here while I'm working through these things. Not that way. Okay. It's kind of weird. I have the screen. I have to do a couple of things to position things properly so they'll come out. Ooh, did I just switch this? Oh, I just bumped. Oh, myself. I bumped myself completely out of the song that I was on. Ugh. Okay, now we're on the right place, but it went backwards. So let me go forward. And it may make me watch the commercial again. Ugh. Oh, okay. I think the sound is coming through. Yeah, I can't really ask you guys. All right, let me position this in the right place. There's a lot of goofing around I got to do to make this next thing work for you. So hang on a minute while I do it. Okay, got the YouTube thing. Got to take myself off the screen so I can bring the other part on the screen. And then I have to get this out of the way there. And do I have to move this? Okay, it's going to be an experiment, you guys. Okay, so here we go. Let me try to get that. Yeah, where's the rest of the window, though? So it keeps trying to change my window for me here. There we go. Now I'm getting the right thing back, but now it's shrunk a little bit. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a video of a song that I did, and I've played it on here before, and I'm just hoping that it works out nicely because sometimes videos, I'm streaming video in from YouTube while I'm streaming out to you, so it's kind of this big circular thing. I don't think it'll crash the computer, but you might get a little bit of jumpiness on the screen. Here we go, and I think you'll be able to hear it okay. Somebody make a note down below if you cannot hear it, if the audio doesn't come through. Here we go. And I click the button, and now. Tiny desk. Mama tried to teach me right. She said, looking at girls that way ain't polite. I always tried to do what she said. So when I start to think that way, I just turn my head. But look at that girl over there. She's dancing with a smile that says, get on over here. Now come on, boys, is it just me? She wants me to look. Hey, she wants me to see. My mama said, now don't you look. Mama said, now don't you look. Mama said, now don't you look. But I just had to. Biology. The best looking girl in school sat right in front of me. I smelled her perfume, felt her heat. Nothing for Mr. Norton said could ever compete. One day she wore a peekaboo top. I tried not to look, but I just couldn't stop. Mr. Norton told me go to the board. I couldn't stand, I took an F that I just couldn't afford. My mama said, now don't you look. My mama said, now don't you look. Mama said, now don't you look. But I just had to. of their own. They look where they won't leave me alone. Now I got a girl of my own, but when we go out, my eyes still seem to roam. She said, do you see something you like? No matter what I say, I know there's gonna be a fight. My mama said, now don't you look. My mama said, now don't you look. Mama said, now don't you look. But I just said, now don't you look. My mama said, now don't you look. My mama said, now don't you look. But I just said, now don't you look. My mama said, now don't you look. Mama said, now don't you look. But I just, oh man, look at that girl over there. I had to. Oh, it's going to play the credits. No, we don't need to play the credits. We're going to transition back to live. Yeah, so yeah, that was a fun little song to work on. The video took a lot of time. There was a lot of fooling around because I was trying to make it so that it looked like there were two copies of me on the screen at the same time. And I didn't have a green screen. That wasn't part of the plan at the time. And so I did this really interesting trick. I've talked about it here before, but what I did is I put a camera in place to pick up the wide, area there. And then I stood in one outfit, did the whole song all the way through. And then I went and changed clothes. The camera's still running because if you move the camera just the slightest little bit, you can't merge the parts together. And then what I did is I used a split screen, and I tried to do it right at the doorway where there's sort of a natural split, anyway. But even then, there were a lot of troubles with the color. The color was the biggest problem because what would happen is the light streaming through the front window. Now we were pointing at the back window. The light was streaming through the front window, and it would change. And the camera said, "Oh, I better adjust." So it would change coloration, and I had to really do tons of touch-up of color. That was the most arduous part of the process. Not putting the two sections together. That was relatively easy compared to that other stuff. Okay, so now, Stash said I had fun dreaming it up. And I had fun as it was being accomplished, but there were some moments that were not so, especially that color problem. I learned from then that it's best to have a room where all the lighting is artificial in the room where you are. Do not have any other windows showing anything. Make it dark, dark, dark in there, except where you're doing the video. So, all right. So now I want to bring up another one, and this is I'm going to be playing a song that was. Let's see, Bob Baldori and Bob Seeley playing boogie woogie music. And I know Marky Fresh, Mark Durbin really likes that stuff. I said, what year did you do? I only did that 3 years ago. Fairly. In fact, I entered it into the Tiny Desk contest and got nothing out of it. Tiny Desk contest has thousands of entrants, and some of those people are like mind blowing. They're like Adam Lambert. I mean, some of the people are just like, oh, why even bother? There's no way you're going to place. Nobody's even going to hear anything about you in a contest like that. There are some just amazing people. We're so lucky we get to be able to see these people on YouTube and that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to play a video that I played some time ago. This Bob Baldori and Bob Seeley are playing Boogie Woogie now, and the song is called Boogie Stomp. And what we have here is William and Mava. These are like international songwriting, international dancing competition winners. They have won year after year after year, and they came here. Bob Baldori, bought them plane tickets, and they came over here from France, and we had him do some dance for us so that he could use it with a video for their music, and I recorded an album later with Bob Baldori and another one of his boogie woogie players, and the album got nominated for a Grammy. And I was the producer and the engineer on the album. So I thought, wow, I got nominated for a Grammy. Well, the album did. Of course, if the engineering was bad, it wouldn't have got nominated. So I'm real happy about that. I think that's really cool to be able to say, yeah, I was on I recorded an album that was, yeah, Boogie Bob is correct. So I'm going to bring that video forward. And I have to turn off these other ones, and we'll switch screens. I don't have to do as much fooling around this time, though. The screen is already ready to go, I think. We'll find out. They'll probably make me play a commercial. Here we go. Let's see how it works. Watch these kids. Wow, that's really great. And they did that. We recorded that. I think it was in Okemos High School auditorium, so that the guys could use, combine their stuff with the kids dancing. Wow, those guys are just great, aren't they? I guess you heard me hooting partway through. Yeah, lots of applause for that. You are absolutely right. Oh my gosh. Now let me see. I'm going to minimize that. What I have now is, I'm going to click on, bring my QuickTime screen forward. I'm going to play a song that I said part of today is some discoveries that I found, hidden gold, I guess I call it. What I did is I found some recordings by a band that I was in way years ago. We called ourselves Sweet Revenge. Actually, it was another fellow started the band. and in a way, it was his way of saying, you guys didn't want me in that band. I'm putting together a band that's better than all of you guys. And I was his guitar player, and we had our drummer was John Barrera, which is the guy that you'll hear on the drums, playing on drums on this stuff. And so I don't have anything that I can do for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play little pieces of it because both of the songs are kind of long. So I'm going to start out with Run Here by, that was Mark Bolan. The band was called T-Rex, and actually they started out as Tyrannosaurus Rex, but the fella in the engineer who was recording them got tired of every page he had to do. He had to write out the whole word Tyrannosaurus, so he just started putting T.Rex. And Mark said, "Hey, that's not our name. I don't want that." He says, "But I'm tired." He says, I have to type all this stuff. When I'm writing all this stuff down, I'm not doing some of the other stuff I should be doing here in the studio. And so Mark got used to it, and that became the name of the band, T-Rex. And so this was our version of it. We recorded this, and it was John Barrera who played drums. And now I'm blanking out on the bass player's name. Jim Callahan was the guy who played bass for us. So here we go. And I got to tell you about the way we recorded back then. We only had 4 tracks to use. So we would record the 3 of us onto 2 tracks. Usually the drums sound in the middle and the bass and the guitar on slightly different sides, because that was the way we did it. And then we would play that back, and we would add other parts to that, like the vocal. We couldn't do the vocal at the same time because when you're singing and you're playing the drums, you're going to hear mostly the drums, not the singer. So here we are, Bang the Gong, and I don't have anything to do for you here on the screen, so I'm just going to play the song. Maybe I'll play some guitar with it.
Don't look back, and I love you. You're dirty and sweet, oh yeah. Well, you're slim and you're weak. You've got the teeth of a hydra upon you. You're dirty, sweet, and you're my girl. Hubcap, diamond star halo. You're built like a car, oh yeah. You're an untamed youth, that's the truth. With your cloak full of egos. You're dirty, sweet, you're my girl. Oh yeah. Well, you're built like a car. You got a hubcap, diamond star halo. You're built like a car. Oh yeah. Get it on, bring it down, get it on. Get it on, bring it down, get it on. Don't look back, and I love you.
Okay, I'm going to fade this out now
Oh yeah.
because I want you to hear a couple other things. And wow, that was fun. That one actually worked out pretty good. I'm going to play a little bit of "I'm Your Captain," which was done by Grand Funk Railroad. But you're going to hear well, if you're sensitive, this kind of thing, the timing is a little rough. There were a lot of bass parts, and our bass player, Jim Callahan, just his timing is a little, fussy. But hey, we were meant to be in the band together because there were a lot of my playing wasn't up to the speed either. But you're going to hear our drummer, John Barrera. He sings and he plays the drums on this, of course. But he has a higher voice than I do, and it worked better to have him sing for this one. And so I provide a little bit of the background harmonies. But he was not very confident about his singing. He just wanted to play drums, but he was really good. I mean, he was a fantastic. He could play bass. He could play drums. He was great, just great. So here we go. I'm going to play a little bit of this. It's an 8-minute and 41-second song. I'm not playing the whole thing. So we'll play here. Here we go. Fade out. Now you get the idea. There was that bass part. Boom, 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 boom. You have to be really steady to do that, and it's extremely difficult, especially when you're early playing. I think Jim had only played about 2 or 3 years at that time, and the whole thing about being sensitive to time takes quite a bit of playing before you get up to that point. Okay, so one other one I want to play. I told you I found these little old nuggets. My God, these recordings are 50 years old, and this is one that I did with a group called Wetzel's Edsels. We were a 50s group, but we were trying to figure out how to break out of that thing. And we recorded this song. It's called Watergate Rock. It was based on Jailhouse Rock, right? Well, we contacted the publisher, and the publisher got news back from the songwriters that they would not allow us to use the song because it was talking about Watergate, and they were probably they might have been fans of Nixon. I don't really know what the reason was. And the thing was, later on we discovered that we could have put out the song anyway, and if they had sued us, that would have made lots of noise in the news, and we would have suddenly vaulted to fame and who knows, fortune. Somebody would have made money, probably not us, but that's how that works. But so anyway, here is our version of Jailhouse Rock turned into Watergate Rock. And so the lyrics are different. You just have to tune in on those with your ears there, because I'm not going to sing it for you. But I got to sing the part on here, so I did what my best Elvis impression at the time was. Here it is. I'm going to let this one play all the way through because it's only a 2-minute song. Here we go.
Straight to a party at the county jail. Prison bells and they began to whirl. The girls with really jumping deep began to sing. You should have heard her rock that jailbird sing. Well, let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody on the whole cell block was dancing through the Watergate Rock. Holy Moon was playing on a saxophone. Ellie Gould's was blowing on a slide trombone. The drum is going at it with a crash boom bang. The whole rhythm section was the Watergate. Dick turned the rose and I said nix nix. I wanna stick around till I'm 76, but that's right. Everybody, that's right. Everybody on the whole circle. What days do we wanna get right? Days do we wanna get right? Days do we wanna get right? Days do we wanna get right?
Yeah, there it is. Oh, Mom says she got the wrong link and watched the wrong show, huh? You're trying to put your comments on there and they won't go, and people are going, say, well, how come nobody else is on the show? All right, yeah. So that was Watergate Rock, and I remember too that when we recorded. What else was I going to tell you there? We had one of the guys. The guy that was in our band that played bass on that, I think he might have played piano. It might have been our manager that played the piano. But now I'm not gonna. Oh gosh, am I not gonna be able to remember his name? Anyway, he went on. This guy ended up. I didn't realize both of his parents were music professors at a college out east, and he was so good. He ended up playing with the group Styx. For you people who remember the group Styx, he was on the road with them for a number of years, and even now he gets called back to he does a lot of performing around here, but he also continues to go out there, go back to Chicago and go on the road with Styx again. And I mean, I had no idea about the quality of his performing. It's just like, wow, got to work with some pretty darn good people down through the years. So anyway, I wanted to play that one for you because I uncovered that little nugget and found a way to make it play, through this system that I'm using here. Seems like there was one other thing I wanted to show you, but hey, our hour's up. I've had some pretty good stuff on here this time. I think it was a lot of fun. I'm really, let me see. Maybe there's one else thing I can do for you guys here. I was watching to see if somebody else joined in today, but I don't see her, so I'm going to hold that song back for the next time. How about we go ahead and let's do one other little thing. This is a song written by, the wrong song came up. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Written by Sid Ames, and Sid is a Sydney. It's a woman. She wrote this with a songwriting co-writer of hers. It's called Big Bankroll, and I really love this one. I get to do kind of a rock and roll thing on this song too. I'm not sure. I think I get to sing along live to this one. So here we go. I got rock, I got soul. All I need is a big bankroll. Well, it's hard to show the girls where it's at when your wallet ain't that fat. Hanging around with alley cats, beating tin cans with a baseball bat. I bought a new guitar with my last check. I thought my landlord would break my neck. She said, I don't want to hear your rock and roll. You can't pay your rent. Now you're in the hole. I said to her, hey, it won't be long before the radio's playing all my songs. I got rock, I got soul. All I need is a big bankroll. Well, it's hard to show the girls where it's at when your wallet ain't that fat. She said, believe me, it will never pay. You can't rock all night and work all day. Mick Jagger, Chuck Berry, Bo Diddley got cash. You say you're gonna make it, I don't buy that trash. I said, rock and soul's gonna pay my rent, 'cause mine's no accident. I said to her, hey, it won't be long before the radio's playing all my songs. I got rock, got soul. All I need is a big bankroll. Well, it's hard to show the girls where it's at when your wallet ain't that fat. Hey, now all I got is a one-man band, a new guitar and a music stand. You put them together with a rock and soul, and I'll be making in that big bankroll. Oh yeah. Woo. I got rock, I got soul. All I need is a big bankroll. Well, it's hard to show the girls where it's at when your wallet ain't that fat. Hey, hey, I got rock, got soul. All I need is a big bankroll. Well, it's hard to show the girls where it's at when your wallet ain't that fat. Hey, hey, I got rock, got soul. All I need, a bankroll. Well, it's hard to show the girls where it's at when your wallet ain't that fat. There you go. Got rock, got soul. Plus, it's fun doing that completely different. You know, my singing style is kind of more mellow, but to be able to put that little got rock, that raspy thing in there, I wish I'd have known how to do that so many years ago when I was actually doing rock and roll. The way that I did it back then was to blow my voice. I got rock. You know, you're belting it because that's how you make the voice rattle. I didn't realize you could do it really quietly. I got rock, got soul. It's not very loud. It's the same voice, the same as my speaking voice, because I just kind of squeeze my vocal cords together. I don't know how to describe it any other way. Got rock, got soul. It's just kind of that sound there. Anyway, okay, so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to what I call my TV segment music, and I'm going to play you guys out. But that was, I said I was going to, here we go. That's it. And I appreciate you showing up, and I appreciate you getting here too, Mom, even though you missed the rest of the show. Well, they'll post it up there on YouTube in about an hour, and you can go back and watch if you want to. Otherwise, we'll see you here next week. Everybody, if you give a thumbs up or whatever that you do on the program, I think it increases the number of people that can watch and all that good stuff. So, push a like on it, however it works. And you can subscribe to the station so you'll get email messages, you'll get email messages for the show, which will also provide the link to the show. And I will look for you folks next week right here on this same time, same station type thing here. And I am going to fade out. Here we go. Again, thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate it. See you next time.